tell me? You're gonna tell me how to do the list?
Eat a burger.
Eat a burger.
Put it to rest.
Do it.
So now we know. Daddy's at the law firm until 8 hours, and Davey's watching XXX down in the fucking basement.
Get that out of my face. But you punch the burger?
I'm gonna throw it.
Did you go to therapy?
Yes. Yeah, we changed it. We're back up.
Come on.
You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you.
We've seen him 2 places.
Whoa. We got a wardrobe malfunction to start. That's on me.
You all right?
Can't be looking unprofessional. All right, now we're ready to go. January 9th, Michigan is college football champions. Fresh off of RyderCon. Can't thank everybody enough for being in attendance. We'll release that full video. I know Jetski's working on some things.
Monday it'll be good to go.
Yeah, I think the adjective to describe trivia was humbling, without giving anything away. But Frank is a computer. Jeff D-Low, some great stuff with there. Dukes has his take, which I'm sure we can, get into next week in terms of just how that kind of went down. But, yeah, great night. A lot of people can't thank the Burleys enough. A lot of people there to watch the game. Seemed like a lot of action on Washington, people catching the points. And then those people kind of left, and Michigan people kind of waited it out. But, an unbelievable game. I think this is, I think healthy debate, Harbaugh's gone. I don't think he owes him anything. I think he wants to get into the NFL. I can't really blame him. If you're a Michigan fan, I don't see you have really anything to blame. So we had that, a wire-to-wire champion, which is always impressive, leaves no doubt. I almost rather, even if I'm not a Michigan fan or whatever, you can respect the team like that, wire-to-wire champions. I thought McCarthy played well. I thought Penix was under pressure. He seemed a little banged up, obviously. But yeah, Michigan wire to wire. I do think Harbaugh is gone. Is there any debate with that? Do you guys so here's we looked at
what is your
all right, so here's why. We touched on it in Pick Central. Do I think Harbaugh would have a lot of success continuing now at Michigan? 100%. But he's always wanted to be in the NFL. There's some good jobs out there with big names, big-time quarterbacks. And if you look, behind closed doors, if you ask Harbaugh, hey, do you think now that you got the monkey off your back, is your job going to get easier or harder? The Big Ten is adding Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA. There is a chance you could lose 3 games every year in the Big Ten by a combined 12 points to 15 points and still be a really good team. I don't know if that necessarily guarantees you to be in the playoff. The conference is getting way harder. You have Ohio State breathing down your neck, obviously. His team's not going to be as good next year if McCarthy doesn't stay as well. You have the NIL. You have guys trying to poach your guys. It's a lot harder being in that Pac-12. And also, we said, too, now it's a 12-team playoff. So, yes, that helps you to get in more years. But they might have got Oregon in the quarters. They might have got Oregon in the quarterfinals. That's another potential playoff game you can lose. The path to a playoff is way harder, winning 3 than it is 2. So, and every week in conference play is now getting more difficult. Next year with everybody, same with the SEC, Oklahoma and Texas and Alabama, everybody's in now a harder schedule in these major power conferences. So,
where would you see him landing as an NFL job?
I think it would be very. I mean, he's been very successful in the NFL as well. He led a team to a Super Bowl, and whatever you think about that guy politically, it's safe to say he was a controversial he's a difficult quarterback in terms of what's going on. And things worked with him with Harbaugh. Whether you think that's a fair shake or not, I think, it is what it is. But he got that guy to a Super Bowl. Also had Alex Smith kind of really kicking. Alex Smith wasn't, a lot of injuries, but he wasn't necessarily prime of the prime. He did really well out in San Fran. Got right to a Super Bowl. Maybe if the lights don't go out, he wins that game. Who knows? It's tough he lost to his brother. But, yeah, I think he wants to go to the NFL. I think the Chargers would be smart to get him. I don't think the Patriots would want to, but the Patriots would take a look. If Dable didn't have a kind of a decent finish to the end, I think the Giants would be looking at him. I like Saleh, as a guy. And you don't know, but you got the Rodgers type. I don't know. I think there's
He's confirmed, by the way.
Who?
Saleh.
That he's staying?
Yeah. Joe Douglas made a comment.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, he shouldn't. He doesn't deserve to be fired. But there's a lot of places in the NFL with bad coaches with a guy who's had success. in Harbaugh, so I think people would take a shot.
Vrabel's out, right?
Yeah, Vrabel's out. That's a little weird. Like, that's very weird.
I think it was with the GM. The relationship with him and the GM is just absolutely unfixable.
I mean, he's fucking good, though.
I know.
Really good. And now it's weird. The Patriots are now sitting there going, we got a guy if we want him. Vrabel would be the guy.
You got Vrabel. You got Mayo. You got the guy that's been waiting who could have taken some jobs.
Agreed.
So you're right. It is a weird scenario.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there. So, but yeah, I think
Can I throw something at you?
Yeah, go ahead. Harbaugh's got his pick, really, if you ask me. More so the reason why he doesn't have to stay at Michigan, he owes them nothing. He won. He won them a title. He was the golden boy. Like, the NCAA breathing down his neck, he owes them nothing. It's like the scene in Good Will Hunting. Like, if you're still here, and, granted, Michigan is not a job he's not working in a fucking steel mill, but, like,
yeah,
not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're still here in 5-10 years, like, you owe us nothing. You won us a title. You go do whatever you want.
I think that I'm on the side actually weirdly that Harbaugh stays. I don't know, maybe I'm like a little bit of a wishful thinker, but Vrabel, okay, the two best landing spots I think for him. Vrabel connects back with Arthur Smith. Could Sirianni be gone?
Yeah.
They go out round 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they will. It's crazy. I hate the Bucs, and I do think the Eagles are going to lose.
Smitty kind of put that in my head, and I was like, yeah, that could totally happen.
100%.
And then the other, Justin Fields and the Bears. They have a good defense. Arthur Smith with a quarterback like Justin Fields, I think could do some damage.
Yeah, I could see Vrabel going there.
So I think those are the two best options. I think.
Agreed. It'd be interesting to see Vrabel in that, like, really kicking off into, if the Falcons get a quarterback, obviously.
Right.
A lot of weapons, like, a dome. You just get the natural instinct that the Falcons are going to try and score a ton of points. Like.
Right. I think that quarterback like Justin Fields, because we were talking about him going to Atlanta. That's where Arthur Smith was. I think Arthur Smith is a good coordinator. You saw what he made Tannehill look like he was a Pro Bowl, all pro, but yeah. I think just two teams that really stuck out to me right away.
Yeah. You got anybody lined up?
Dude, we got so many riders.
We also have a super chat from FFF SOS Podcast, who was at RyderCon yesterday.
Okay.
Said, had a blast at RyderCon. This is for the
Appreciate
pizza. Rico wouldn't let me pay for it. Everyone was so nice and gracious. Great day to be a rider. And he dropped a $20 bomb.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was really good. It was good to see names with faces. I'm sure he's going to call in and, but healthy debate. Like, does Big Trav's personality match his presence?
I think so.
I didn't meet him.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, my God. Legend. He was sitting next to my cousin. He's a stud. Just energy right from the get-go. I think he drove Frank home, crazily enough.
Really?
Big Trav.
I don't know. Big Trav, yeah. Just all-timer. So, yeah, we can get into the eating display, too. Let's go second quarter, open up the calls. But is that disgusting or impressive?
I think it was impressive. Well, a couple of my buddies who I think are assholes like, that's not impressive. I was like, 50 baked clams is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of anything to eat 50.
Right.
And
I will say this, stacked up, I say it about lobster. You could eat a 6-pound lobster. The meat is not that big. So like that, those clams, if you just put them in a bowl, just straight up the clam and the bread crumbs in there and like ate it with a spoon, which is a gross way to eat it. But you eat it with a spoon, I don't think you would see how big the actual meat is.
Also, I think
one
it's the
thing,
oil
but it's
more
still
than anything.
agreed. Yeah, it's butter, it's all that, but it's 50 of them. So whatever, I called my shot. I said I could do it. So I think there's gonna be a plaque, which is crazy. Yeah, I asked I texted my uncle and asked like what he thought would be the borderline of disgusting and impressive, and he said 18 in a sitting, and I was like too late. I'm like 27 in.
What's your name?
So.
I'm just upset I didn't get to have any because I didn't want to like touch.
Oh shit!
Any that you were having because you were going for the.
Dude, they were unbelievable.
I know.
I'm telling you right now, if you just make a regular bowl of pasta, penne or whatever, and took that sauce and dumped it right on it or anything, like the sauce was unbelievable. So, and they did again. We didn't ask for special. I think they did us a little bit of a favor, unintentional. That's how they make them. We just we ate what we made, but they didn't monster mob it with the breadcrumb.
Yeah.
You ever eat like the breadcrumb? Too much, and then you dig in for the
clam.
ones
that I had on Christmas. Were
yeah,
like that.
people were also shaming me for shucking it. Did you think that's just animalistic?
I thought that was crazy. The first couple that Rico ate, you'll see in the video, the halftime video is him eating the clams. It was like he was biting into a slider. He was like just fully
You get all the
handheld
juice.
clam.
It's an easy. You bite the neck and then it comes right out.
I
Like,
think Marty, great take. You're eating it like it was an oyster.
I agree, but that's
Correct.
how I eat them. So, and I've seen people. No one has ever shamed me before this. So, that's where we're at. But
I think baked clams is like one of the only things you should eat with a fork, especially the ones you had, like the clams reganata.
Yeah,
like when
yeah,
you
yeah.
really have to dig for the clam.
Agreed.
I like them a little chopped up.
Right.
This place down the block from where we went. Shout out Jordan's Lobster Farm in Long Beach.
Yeah, but thank you to the Borellis. It was an unbelievable night. Beautiful, beautiful spot. So.
Oh my dude, did I tell you the story last night that it's a bar, but there's just like a pizza oven in the back, and it's
Yeah.
a great kitchen.
That was
great
really
food.
cool watching everyone make the pizza.
Right.
The pizza was very cool.
But
It was unbelievable. Out in 4 minutes, dude.
I stumbled in there. I didn't know it was Borelli's.
Oh,
So
really?
in the summer, I was day drinking, pretty drunk, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, "There's a pizza oven here." So my friend was like, "Dude, it's fucking Borelli's." Like, no, Borelli's in East Bell. Like, no, they opened one here. I was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, this is Borelli's?"
This is Borelli's?
Is
Yeah.
that how- like, I just saw the pizza oven. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's an all-timer.
You made a great pizza.
Yeah, we had the limited edition shirts. I know people, maybe we can convince them. You got to buy them, though. That's the thing. Like, when you give them out for free, everybody loves them. We got to put them back on sale, so we'll see. But, yeah, load them up into the
MP in the
second
chat
quarter.
just asked, and I mentioned it before, were you guys filming it for a coming video? Yes, next Monday there's going to be no stream, and it's going to be the recap
Right,
video.
yeah, Monday afternoon. I think we're off for the holiday, but I don't know what's going on. I think we'll still probably do Pick Central, but that day, maybe head out a little early. We were planning. We were told off, so control room gets a day. We'll figure it out, but yeah. So we'll have that we'll do like the pre-recorded like we had done. So,
Yep.
Dukes, load them up.
Fitz, Cincy.
Yo, Rico, you got me?
I got you.
I'm sorry if the audio's... It's fucking raining cats and dogs in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know. I'm worried about that
This
tonight,
question
so.
might be a little bit out of your wheelhouse, but I figured since college basketball is starting up, now that college football is over, lacrosse. What are your opinions on lacrosse? And healthy debate, I think box lacrosse could be more interesting to watch and more profitable to market because it's smaller, more violent, and I know Dukes will have something on this, so I figured that he could chime in as well. I think that would be easier to watch and get people interested because it's smaller, you can see the ball, it's more like hockey, and it's a winter sport. So healthy debate, I think it's kind of in its own league. I think that lacrosse could be a lot more interesting if box lacrosse was a part of it. I don't know. I figured Dukes would have a little bit more on
Yeah,
it
it seems like a call for him. I'm just going to weigh in. Unfamiliar with box lacrosse. I do think the field is a little too big. When I watch lacrosse, it seems like guys kind of standing there a little bit, standing
lacrosse-
around.
Indoor.
So box,
okay.
box is a little
Hockey
bit more like bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
It's very, very more appealing to like,
I like
guess, the
that.
eye. It's a lot of stick skills. You could be like very fat and be very good at box lacrosse. But I think just you have to watch the new outdoor professional league, Premier League lacrosse. They shorten the field. Very fast shot clock, 52 seconds. Speeds up the game. It's like a hockey style pace. It's very fun. I'm actually got announced PL Championship Series.
Nice.
If you want to, in February,
Nice.
6-on-6, no face-offs, very fast game. There's going to be like 50 goals scored per game. So if that's something you're more interested in, check it out. It's a very fun style
Yeah,
of lacrosse.
it's one of those lacrosse. I respect. I never got into it, but I respect this athleticism in it. Like the twirling of the handle to keep it going. I'll never understand. I'm not a science guy, but respect lacrosse. Enjoy it from a distance. I also like every Memorial Day turning that on for the championship.
Yeah,
it's one of those that I can watch. I like knowing the one day I'm going to watch it, but.
I agree, and it's also just going to box lacrosse. It's like it's funny to me because I respect box lacrosse, but I'm a college basketball guy, so it's kind of my off time for lacrosse. I don't watch box
Right.
that much, and then the summer, it's like the biggest competition outdoor lacrosse has is the beach.
Yes.
Not baseball. It's the
Agreed.
beach.
Yeah,
So
because all those guys fit in, so makes
Yeah.
sense.
Would you be opposed to doing some type of lacrosse-related content with Dukes' connections in the spring/summer?
I actually got asked about you doing something.
Goalie challenge with
Just
Paul Rabel?
heavily padded if
Oh
I'm
my
doing a
God.
goalie challenge.
Holy shit, that'd be hilarious.
Rico
Heavily-
would definitely have a profound.
Let's get you at the bar down
appreciation
lounge
for the
one
goalie
weekend.
Heavily padded if I'm doing a goalie challenge.
Bosco at a bar down lounge. We'll do
need
healthy
that.
debates. You set up a corner, just like debate me.
Yeah.
Debate me why lacrosse is a fake sport.
I never said it was a fake sport.
No, I know.
That's
just like-
fake knowledge.
No, I'm saying like that like sign, like debate me.
Yes.
Like doing one of those.
I respect it. I think it's hard. Yeah, the face-off's is tough. I just need to know how to do the twirling. But
Cradling.
who knows? Cradling. Yeah. Yeah, twirling makes it sound a little like, twirling. So,
Yeah, it makes it sound a little sus, Rico.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Flag shot.
Fair enough. Good call. Give me the next one. Very good call.
Jesse, Oregon.
Hey, Rico, you got me?
Yes.
Hey, man, long time no talk. I called in, long time rider from the Healthy Debate, like, second episode with the Above Ground Pools episode, and Dukes accidentally hung up on me, but it's all good. Respect you guys. Love the show. Hey, I'll keep it quick, but my buddy had a $10 scratch ticket. This is no joke. And this is my Healthy Debate. $10 scratch ticket, and a degenerate gambler himself. You know, that's who I ride with out here on the West Coast. But it was a $300,000 winner. Healthy Debate. Do you take the full payout up front and risk, 40 or 50% in federal taxes or whatever? Or do you just take like an extra couple grand a year for the next 20 years? Healthy Debate.
What do you mean an extra couple of grand? Oh, so you break it up. So it's like $5,000 or what would that be?
Exactly.
10 grand for 25 years, let's say, roughly. 12 grand.
Roughly.
No, I think I take it all up. I think I take it all up front.
Really?
It's like, what's 12? What is that? $1,000 a month? I guess it depends how you budget. So, like, if you own a home and you're like, I really want to redo my backyard. I'd love to get a new roof, a new fence, or you're looking to invest. Like, now I'm going to go buy a spot and then flip that. Like, all right, I'm going to buy in on a condo at 150 and put nothing in, or put 20 into it, let's say at 130 or whatever. Like, I own a piece of that. And then every month you'd be getting your $4,000 in rent, let's say.
Right.
Like that kind of then pays for itself. Like, you look at that as, then it's liquid though if you do want to sell it. Like, I think $10,000 a month, I'm not going to sniff my nose at, but I'm probably taking the big payout.
Is the taxes different?
Yeah, I think they probably give you a break if you take less by less by less. Like, I think he's saying 40, 50%. I think you would actually $300,000. This guy's lucky if he walks away with like 120, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't pay my taxes, but.
You dump like a bunch of different brackets, so.
Yeah. Plus, then it's like if you're doing really well, adding. Let's say you make like, I don't know, even 120 grand for the year. You add you add 100. Now you're looked at by the federal government as a guy who makes 220 or 250. Like, that hurts you as well. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'd probably take the.
25.
Listen, I think I take the bulk payout, man, and I would invest it in like real estate, or I would, buy a piece of a laundry. I don't know, something that's gonna make you money. Be smart with it, or redo your house, or completely pay off a mortgage or student debt. I think I'm taking the full amount. I don't think it's debatable, unless, well, no, if it was like
20 years though.
Yeah, but if it was
20
million. And now you get $1 million a year. That's like you're on salary. You're like paying yourself a salary. That's not the worst thing in the world. But 300 grand, I'm probably taking the 50 grand.
Yep.
150 grand. He also, all right, Healthy Debate. I'll counter back with this. How much should he give the guy at the deli who sold it to him?
Ooh.
No questions asked.
Well,
no. Hey, I bought the winner here. Like, I just want to do the right thing. Then I don't think you ever really go, unless it's like, you have to go to that deli. But I would avoid that deli then, because then the guy would like, oh, can I put you in a picture, or can you give me more? Or you won that much, and he like looks down at you if you're not greasing him every time you walk in. But Healthy Debate, what's the right amount? 10 grand in an envelope? 10 grand in an envelope?
No way.
No.
I'd say minimum.
Karma-wise?
1,000.
You don't think
1,000 cap, maybe.
1,000 cap?
Yeah.
You don't think
You just won 300.
You won 300 grand on a scratch off. You go to that deli pretty regular. All right, well, so we'll alter it. You just happen to stop at that deli like one time. It's on the cross side of town. Like, you knew about it, whatever. Or you go there pretty regularly. Like, when you walk in, you're like, hey, Sammy, what do you want? Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese. And he knows not to put on your sandwich ketchup.
Everyone in the chat saying 500. I think 10K is crazy.
10K is a lot. I'm throwing out a big number. 10, like, all right, so what if you won the Mega Millions? How much would the Mega Millions be? Let's say you won 400 million,
Okay,
322 million.
10K.
But that's
You're giving 10K on 22 million?
Don't make me out to be cheap right now.
I'm not. I'm just.
Look,
Are you supposed to be like
But here's the thing: you didn't
a
have the
benevolent ruler? And
you
give
didn't
it
have the
cash
22
anyway?
million. If you give the guy 25 grand, how much is that really of difference of your 22 million?
what's industry standard?
Also 300 grand, like you.
Are you tipping? You saying?
No, like what's industry standard
the
for
guy
like
at
like
the
I know that
I don't think
happens.
anybody does it. That we're
Wait,
we're
if you win-
normalizing tipping.
Wait, I think if you win the lottery, like you give the guy who sold you the ticket money. I think that's definitely a thing.
I don't think a
I
lot
don't
of
think
people.
that's
I think
a
a
thing.
lot
No,
of. You think
I-
somebody in fucking Iowa, and respect to my Iowa people, but they walk in and like say like, oh yeah, hey Joey, like here's your cut. No, they're lucky if they buy the guy flowers. Perfect. They're lucky if they buy the guy flowers. So
I think the lottery.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta guess.
All right, bring him in. Dave, congratulations. First off, national champions.
Yeah, it's huge. I've had a lot of championships.
Well,
I
that's
don't even know how many, like 14, 15. I've been in 25 championship games, series. Never gets old, Rico Bosco. It never gets old being the top of the heap. In Michigan, you combine it obviously with the fact the most wins in the
Storylines.
history of college football, national champs. It doesn't get better. So thank you.
well, right. So that's where I was going with that. Two big questions off of that, and then a final question. Healthy debate. Where does this rank all time? And I know, the recency bias is going to be hard to do that because you still have the confetti on your face and you're celebrating in the storylines, and you're a Patriots guy. But where does this rank all time? Because it is your alma mater, and like you went there, and your sister, and you can share with that. Like, where does this rank all time in terms of on the display case? If you were putting them in an order of like the biggest one up front, where is this one? I think
Yeah, I probably have to give. I don't want to be stuck to this because I have to probably give it thought. One is probably Malcolm Butler Deflategate Super Bowl.
got it.
Two is probably Red Sox break the curse. Three, and again, you got to keep in mind I have so many. Three is probably Celtics Lakers. The Garnett, Pierce, Allen team beat Kobe. 4. Where would 4? Maybe this is around.
So in the case of 4 or 5-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think the Patriots' other Super Bowls. The back-to-back was great. 28-3 was great, but I don't know if that's on this level. Yeah, I would put it about 4 or 5.
Okay, that's where I thought it would be. But yeah, I figured it would be in the top of the conversation. And then we touched on this on radio. There's that old saying, like, I hate to lose as much as I love to win. And the thing of Jordan in The Last Dance when he's playing cards in the back of the plane for $1 a chip. And they're like, Mike, why would you play with us? Because I get the enjoyment of winning. That money is in my pocket. Do you enjoy do these championships? Are they that much better because you get to rub it in people's faces? Like Ev, so Feidelberg brought up, he's like, the one he doesn't talk about a lot is the Bruins. He beat Vancouver. Like when you're the Red Sox and you can rub it in the Yankees, like it's almost like.
No, I'm not. People who know me know I'm not. That plays no factor.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. I was kind of 50-50 on that. I think you're.
No.
Okay.
I don't worry about, the peanut gallery and the less fortunate and the paupers and the losers. They're losers. They're always going to be losers. I'm a winner, and winners concern themselves with winning.
Okay. It's a great attitude to have. So congratulations on that. Final question. Speaking of the poor people and the peanut gallery, a couple of weeks, I know you floated it. Pegasus, we still on in terms of booking travel, going down?
You have an invite to Pegasus.
All right, awesome. Are you flying private from Rough and Rowdy?
Yes.
Okay, so should I make my way to Rough and Rowdy or should I get on a commercial plane?
No, you can get on the plane from
Okay.
Rough and Rowdy.
All right, awesome. Hey, when Dave wins championships, it's a great month. So I know you're a busy guy. Get back to your calls. Keep selling that merch. Enjoy it. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right.
All right. Congrats. That's how you do it. That's how you get a busy guy in and out. I'm amazed that hit 4. I was more amazed at the Celtics. Now he's got in now with the Celtics to a degree. And he loves college ball and stuff like that, but
He might just be a Boston guy more
yeah,
than a
the
Michigan guy.
Celtics. Yeah, pro teams are always gonna. But he went to Michigan. Yeah, and I'd say this: if he won it when he was a junior and a senior, do you think this one hits number 1 all time?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
If you're there when it
Being
happens.
there,
Yeah,
right?
when
When
you're-
you're
when
there
you're-
when it happens.
That was actually a conversation that, to make this about me, like the Dayton guys had. It was like, when you're 40 years old, are you going to care that much about Dayton basketball?
Right.
Some of my friends were kind of like, even now being like, I lost a loss. I was like, how do you lose a loss? Which is crazy.
Right.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No,
the older you get with college sports,
agree.
some people don't hold on to it as tight.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Also, like, that's the same thing too. Like, listen, and I know I'm getting shit for it. Like, oh, you're not a real Duke fan. I was the biggest fucking Duke fan there was growing up, the biggest. But I didn't go there. Like, so it's the
Yes, I know what you're saying.
you lose, and like the later and later it goes, like you don't have that tie-in. Like I think college, the fact of like you bleeding there and you went there, and that's gonna hold a lot of weight. So, yeah, the Deflategate one is obviously his number 1, and then the Red Sox breaking the curse are no-brainers. But I think if Harbaugh put it this way, if Harbaugh leaves and they go another 20 years when Michigan doesn't win a title, and he watched 20 years of nothing, 20 years after nothing, and this one, I could see this one working its way to 3, ahead of that Celtics.
I thought this would be ahead of the Celtics given the storyline this season. Like the fuck you attitude.
Yes.
Getting caught.
Being at the game is gonna change him too. So,
You know
but
what
yeah,
the best part might have been for him too is just thinking about this when we were talking about colleges. It's when your college makes a run like this, it gets you in contact with people you went to college with. It brings back memories. It brings back people into the fold. You got group chats going, especially when you're like above the age of like 35. Like that shit like means more. I don't know. Like being like, I bet you he met up with some people that were there that he graduated with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That's like, I mean, it's very small, and I didn't play basketball there. I played football, and our football team has not been great. Up at Nichols where I was, but the basketball team has now made 2 Elite Eights, and were lost the games by a combined 4 points to get to the Final Four. When you're like you're right. You stay in touch with guys. That's why I always say, like we've said it in September, go to fucking homecoming before you have oblos. I'm telling you, go while you can. Like I know it's a little different because Dayton is not. I went to a small school. Like if you played there, go there. I'm telling you, like be the pain in the ass. It's worth it because the next thing you know, you're gonna get an email or a text. Hey, this guy passed away, unfortunately. Like, we're getting to that age. It's not what you want, but, like, cherish it while you're there. So, getting back to that point, Nichols making a run in hoops, and we're like, yo, we're going to take a ride up. Like, for me, it's 3 hours up, 3 hours back in the same night. You meet your buddies. You go to the dining hall. You laugh. I went up with my dad. He's hearing stories. He's like, you fucking went with these guys? You're hanging out. You run into an old professor. He's like, oh, we brought the big guns tonight. Like, different guys. It's that one night. Like, again, like, you don't – it's off of that, unfortunately, like, having a friend pass. I think of the scene in – Saving Private Ryan, right? When he tells that story, and it's not a great story about the night when he's hooking up with the not so good looking girl, and he runs in, he almost sets fire to the barn, and he stops laughing, and he goes, that was it. That was the last night we were all together. A lot of times, like you can forget, like right now off the top of your head, like who's a good friend of yours from college? Do you remember the exact last time you saw him? The further that goes, I'm not looking to get like grim and stuff like that, but like. There's an old saying in my family from my mom, like, just go, so like, yeah, if you're just out of college or whatever, hey, it's a pain in the ass. I got to take out of work. It's $1,300 round trip for the flight and stuff. You could have just as much pain losing that game at the buzzer and shit like that, but like, just go. Same thing with oh, this person's having a christening or whatever, a barbecue, like just go because it's a lot. You're never going to, I never left homecoming on a 7-hour round trip going, that was a waste of time. I was laughing to myself about the entire weekend. If you do it right and you're with your buddies and it's stress-free, you enjoy it. So just go. And I don't know how we got there from a Michigan title, but
there's like going off that. Like I remember just like sincerely speaking to like everybody. I remember when I got suspended from Barstool, I was like really down in the dumps. I was like, I'm gonna get fucking fired.
Anybody call you and offer you to stake you for a little while?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's why do you think I'm a Bosco guy? Only person. But hey, and then it came back around.
Yeah, exactly.
But
there was no offer to stake, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, I know you didn't need it.
Yeah, you can't afford $3 million a year, so I mean.
Yeah. So my friend, when I got suspended, my mom was just like, just go to Dayton, go meet up with like some of your younger friends, go have a good time. It's COVID, and all my friends were supposed to go, and everyone bailed except my one friend. My one friend, that was the last time I saw him. Passed away, but it was one of those things that like
again, like we're not looking.
No, but you said it, and then it made me think. It was like just go, and it's like one of those things. Like that suspension was the best thing that's ever happened to me. When I like look back at it, So I mean, just go.
Right.
It got grim and deep, but like that was great advice by you.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is like I was always the pain in the ass, and now every year when homecoming rolls around, not a lot of people text. Nobody else like asks if it's set up. Like you were always the guy setting it up and whatever. So like it's been a while since people like you see people or people who you were friends with and text with a lot like kind of disappear.
It's crazy.
Don't have anger like with that. That's kind of just the way it goes. You go from like 50 friends like tight to 30 to by the time you're whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the challenge I would make to guys now if you're 22 years old or if you're listening to this, whatever, make a list right now of what you would do, who you would invite to your wedding, and in 5 years, pull the paper out of the desk drawer and start laughing. And it's not wrong. It's just how it goes. Like it's just how it goes. You meet a guy, this guy moves up the depth chart. It's like fucking bracketology. But you can also have friends who are just your fantasy football guys. You can have friends, I drink with them. This guy I see every day. Like, you can have guys you just play pickup with that you're not really friends with, but how are you like? I play pickup with him every Saturday, and that's the way I'm gonna go see him. Like friendships are ever evolving. So again, I don't know how we got there, but that's what this show kind of takes.
I have a question for you about friends.
Sure.
From the male perspective, I guess. I feel like as a guy, like I don't go out seeking new friends because I have all my friends from college, all my friends from home, and I feel like on the other side, women are always like. Oftentimes, or women I've dated or whatever, trying to like find new friends, find a new group, whatever. Do you think that men are like bad at making friends past a certain age?
Agreed.
I feel like it's something that I never even think about when I go out, and then I'll talk to girls. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out, try to like meet some people, talk to people, find new friends." I'm like, "Why the fuck do you want to find new?"
I don't know
friends?
if anyone says that like purposely, but
I actually, that's my whole philosophy. Is just like like new people come into your life, old people leave your life, like. It just the wheels keep on churning. Like the more you have to sacrifice relationships for new relationships to form.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
I think
I'm like, am I a dickhead because I don't go out?
You're
and,
not
like,
a dickhead because
try to
I
talk to
also
people?
think
No,
like
you got, like,
I think we have closed-minded. We're just New York fucking assholes.
Yeah.
For the most part, like we have closed-minded things. Like if ever you're gonna go to you move into a town or like your wife's work thing. I'm never going in there expecting to. I'm actually expecting. If I go in blind, I'm always like these guys are gonna be fucking assholes.
Yeah,
Well, wait,
100%.
What's a friend? Like, is a friend? Is it an acquaintance or is it a friend?
I'm saying
like,
friend. Like I'm like I got enough friends. I don't need to like talk
Right.
to anybody
Well,
else. To find
it's like I have a million friends.
Well, I think
but I have 5 bad motherfuckers.
The other thing,
that I can go
there's
to.
friends you don't do really. We don't do anything at a certain age, like friends that you could play golf with. So, yeah, it's a friend you could play golf with, but like, I'm not inviting him over Christmas Eve dinner for whatever. He's not invited to like my birthday, but there's different things you can have. Various friendships, I guess, is the way, and like sports connects you a lot of ways too. Like so the same thing. Getting back to the Michigan thing, like, I haven't seen the guy in 20 years, but what like I would ask yourself like, why are we friends? Oh, we're friends because we both loved Michigan. We went to Michigan, so like that spending those 3 hours with that person is worth it. Like so, that's where we're at.
I got a hypothetical. It's like this.
I just don't know if I've made a friend in
there's
like
a friend-
5 years.
Yeah, but no. Well, the other thing is like we
I'm
go
cool
in.
with, like,
We
I'm
all
my
go in
boys.
with a bad attitude, but there have been, like I said, like New Year's Eve. I went to a party last year during the playoff, and like was not expecting to meet anybody. Like my job, I was sitting on that couch and not getting up for both games. The kid comes in, kind of knows like who I am, and not, but like enough of respect. Starts mentioning, I'm friends with this guy, and and he's like, it's a good guy to watch the game with. Like down the road, if I was asked, we're going at the dinner with 4 people, I would be like, okay, cool. Then you could like reach. But the other thing is like, now I guess it's different with social media, so it looks a little like it's a little less like weird if you reach out to the guy on Instagram or you like. But like, what am I supposed to do? Ask him for his number?
Yeah.
Well, which is weird because when I go to the Final Four and come home, if my wife ever goes through my phone, it's just new basketball. If there was a way to sort new contacts, it would not be like a girl in a dress emoji or like a poll. It would be
emojis?
basketball emojis or like Dobo. Like she'd be like, "What's code for Dobo? Like dump them out on Broad Street?" Like, no, babe. It's director of basketball operations. So. I guess that's kind of how
like
it
the
goes.
dancing emoji like this, and it's like that's March dancing.
Yeah.
Like, who's this whore?
Yeah, who's this whore?
There's also friends you play golf with, and there's friends that you could sit on a couch with and watch 100 of the best sports moments ever.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a friend that you don't say a word for 2 hours.
Agreed.
That's your best friend.
Yeah, I also think there's a lot of friends there's some guys you just can't go out drinking with too, but that's a whole other debate.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't. I can't be around the guy if we're gonna drink. We're gonna drink. Like,
21
no, so.
up, your relationship with drinking and friends does change.
Yeah, and also like question yourself a little bit if your friend is only like, why are you friends with him? Like, oh, well, we only drink. Like, I don't know. That's a whole
Facts. Yeah.
question it. So
No, that is.
yeah, look, leave it to Dave. We got a ton of friendship stuff there, so we'll see. But who knows? That's what we want. We just did what 12, 15 minutes on like a like that's what this show is about. So
Let's talk about enemies.
it's great. Yes.
Let's talk about enemies tomorrow.
That was past seasons. That was the first. That was an all the unreleased episodes. All right, let's go halftime, and then we had only a few callers, but they've been good so far. So let's just really dump them out till about 5 o'clock here and go power hour.
Rico Bosco 50 Bacon Clam Challenge.
I had to set it to a Bollywood song because levels would have gotten caught.
Yeah, that works. So the unintentional funny part was there were girls at that table who, one was wearing a Chicks in the Office thing, so I think was a fan, and she ended up taking like video and stuff, but I feel like nobody else, the other girls had no, I even asked, I was like, Liam had the camera on, I'm like, hey, do you have any girls have any idea what's going on? They're like, no, not really. I was like, all right, so makes sense. But she was tweeting like updates, and every time they were like, after the first one, they're like, do you want a fork? Like, can we give you napkins? They were like impressed. I think the girl tweeted half impressed, half disgusted. Most disgusting display I've ever seen. So that's where they were at. They like front row seat to just grossness, but is what it
You
is.
see Jersey Jerry? He thinks that
Yes,
he can do 100.
he said he could do 100. Hey, Jerry after dark, do it. I don't know.
I think he can.
Yeah?
I think he can. I just the one thing.
No, I don't think you could do 100.
Yeah, if it's in a simulator, I don't know.
You could do 100 in 6 hours, dude.
Clam
Like,
No, he just
Yeah,
because
it's a
he
simulator,
said he
yeah.
couldn't get the whole one in the simulator.
yeah.
No, I actually think it depends. Like I think Pirelli's did you a solid. Those were baked clams that looked so good.
They were unbelievable.
But
I feel bad you guys didn't have any. You should have taken a jar of that sauce to go home. I'm telling you, it was unreal.
Stu was dipping that bread.
Yeah, Stu right away was dipping. He's a maniac.
No, but I think it depends on the clams he gets. Do you think he could do 100 baked clams? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Have you like?
I just think the caloric intake after a while, like
I saw someone say
100 is hot.
shellfish poisoning. Is that a thing?
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
Maybe mercury from shellfish, but I don't think you can. Like,
Yeah, I saw someone say like something on that.
With my luck, I'm gonna get it January 26th, right before I'm supposed to get on this private jet, and then we'll get the whole narrative back. Look at this guy, give him nice things, can't do it. With my luck, I'll somehow get shellfish poisoning in 2 weeks.
is your stomach fine today?
It's fine, bro. I just had a sandwich. Like, I just called my shot. I said it. I don't think I could eat 2-foot heroes. I don't think I could eat a 3-foot hero. I don't think I could eat 100 whatever. This soft pretzels, this that. Like, I knew I could do it with clams. I didn't eat all day. I was hungry. It was great. So, all right, let's load them up. We've been holding people all day. We got into
Peyton Cedar Rapids.
sounded like a bunch of girls crying in this. Go ahead.
was like, is it
talking
gay to
about
make friends?
talking about our feelings. Go ahead.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on after Dave Portnoy. That's big shoes to fill, but I'll give my best here. First off, congratulations to Michigan winning the national championship. We're headed into a new era of college football, and it's pretty obvious the Big Ten Conference is leading the way. So very happy for Dave last night, cheering for the conference there as an Iowa Hawkeye fan. That's my question is, as Cedar Rapids, not far from Iowa City here, right now in 2024, who stock is higher in terms of head coach, Kirk Ferentz or Fran McCaffrey? Who should I put my stock into more? For the first time in my life, I think it's Fran McCaffrey, believe it or not. And then also I have a little bit of a bet there I want to discuss.
Sure,
tonight
yeah.
too. I'm interested
that you're in your conference rooting for another team in the conference, but that's, I guess, credit to you. But you want the team to win a championship. I could see it more in basketball because you guys haven't won in 23 years, but it is what it is. So credit to you. I mean, Iowa people are just nice people. I think it's hard to say with Iowa getting to that Big Ten title. But I think you put it in McCaffrey and some of the guys that he's had. Like, he's churning out, like, high-level guys, player of the year type guys. He's just got to break through. I'm really rooting for him. Like, he's a great coach. He's put Iowa on the map. I think it's a place that's never been good growing up. It's one of those, like, I'm sure, they had a 2 seed or a 3 seed in the 80s or 90s that I'm forgetting. But Iowa has not been ever a program I remember being in and out, like Kansas Blue and Carolina Blue and Maryland Red, like Louisville, like success year in year. So, yeah, I would say McCaffrey. The thing is, I think he's on the tail end, obviously, of his career. He's still, a younger guy, but been around for a long time. I'm really hoping a break goes his way and he can get to a Sweet 16, Because the tournament, here's the other thing. Tournament is fucking brutal, man. Brutal. One bounce. Look at Memphis last year, like Duke said. FAU is going home. Is Memphis in the Final Four? Like, there's a million different breaks and things. Iowa State with Niang breaking his foot. This tournament is brutal because it's not truthfully seed. Like, there's things that go into it and locations and shit. It's not a true 1-64. If it was really a 1-64, the time you saw it was the bubble. But even then, no fans. Like, so it's hard to really get through that. I think people got to respect the tournament. It's a gauntlet. But a good call, though. Go ahead. What's your bet?
Yeah, tonight, I'm looking at these lines here. I think there's a big slap in the face to Boise State at home tonight, +2, plus odds on the money line. They've won, a nice little fact here, they've won their last 30 in a row at night against conference opponents when they're at home, Extra Mile Arena. Great atmosphere, great environment. Obviously, Colorado State is a great team, but I don't think they have the firepower at home, +2, not even favorites. Plus on the money line.
Unranked at home usually always is a cash cow. But Colorado State's going to be very hungry off that loss to Utah State. So that's going to be a war tonight. New Mexico I like tonight as well against UNLV. Mountain West is a fun conference. So get that app. Check that out. Give me the next one, Dukes. Good call.
Dom, Bronx.
Dom
from the Bronx.
Hello?
Yes.
What's good?
What's up?
So, my debate is about, do you think eating a Cheeze Wiz out of the can is elite?
No, it's gross.
No, that's insane. You have to try it.
No. I'm not. I don't want
LeBron not being top 10.
At no. This guy's an all-time troll. What else? Joe Flacco elite? What else you got? Is a hot dog a sandwich? How many more things you want to run back?
Gunslinger this year.
How many more? Okay, let me ask you this: is a hot dog a sandwich? You want to run that back?
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
Okay.
If you put Cheeze Wiz on it.
Okay, Cheeze Whiz.
Have you ever
out of a
eaten
can?
Cheeze Wiz?
Cheeze Whiz out of a can.
What's the most abstract thing you put Cheeze Whiz on, Dom?
Yeah, it's insane. Especially when it's like frozen.
What was something growing up that you still laugh at? So my best friend's brother, who I'm still very good friends with, wanted to eat SpaghettiOs, and while we went over after school on like a Wednesday, and his dad goes, "Why would I serve you fucking shit in a can?" They call SpaghettiOs shit in a can. We've said it for the last like 25 years. I'm wondering if Cheeze Whiz is gross, dude. I don't ever to hear like a when I'm like fucking. It's like even whipped cream out of a thing like the.
Is Cheeze Whiz even like actual cheese, or is it cheese flavored paste?
Cheeze Whiz is elite.
No, Cheeze Whiz is fucking gross.
Is it actually?
No, you want to know something even better? Applesauce on pork.
Yeah, pork chops.
Nah, that's
and
white
applesauce.
trash
Yeah,
for me too. I know everybody
My
does
friends
that.
hate that.
I don't also. Here's the thing with me. Here's the thing with me.
Barbecue sauce on
a
pork.
lot of that shit is like texture for me. Like I'm not a big yogurt guy. Applesauce, like the texture of certain things. I don't really. Took me a while to get into mashed potatoes.
Cheeze Whiz is not even cheese.
Oh yeah, I hate mashed potatoes.
No chance it's cheese.
It's whey, oil, sodium, and another concoction of ingredients.
Asshole. Ugh, dump this guy. I can't be taking Cheeze Wiz calls. We're only taking calls for 20 minutes. I can't do that.
I can't believe you're out. I thought you would like pork chops and applesauce.
No chance. I also, here's the other thing, that song that everyone always sings. You make, pork chops and applesauce. Out on that.
I think it's from the Brady Bunch, no?
Yeah, I don't like kid songs. Out on that. Go ahead.
Dom from the Bronx.
Give me the next one.
Yeah, I'm from the
No,
Bronx.
get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx.
I'm from the Bronx.
All right, bye,
He's one
buddy.
of Phil's. He's definitely, this guy would fit in Phil's fantasy league.
Yeah.
Phil, listen, Phil, I was trying to like loose conversation with Phil. I'm like, how'd you do in the fantasy league? We're talking about neighbor. Phil wasn't given much. I think he's a little under the weather. Phil wasn't given much in the car ride.
Oh, I think he's down. Like even at
He was down, right?
Yeah, he seemed a little down.
I was like,
Yeah.
He's like, big night tonight. It's like RyderCon and the national championship with Dave's there. He's like, this is the top 2 night. And he's like, and I could tell he's totally under the weather.
Yeah. So it's a shame, but is what it is.
Shout out Phil. I know he's listening. Right
Yeah,
now.
he's listening. Yeah, cutting clips. He's cutting shit in the doctor's office. He's the best. So give me the next one.
Okay. Gavin, Texas.
What's going on? Been watching from day one, Healthy Debate. I'm only asking this because I've done both, okay? A bowling league is way better than a basketball league because you get to gamble, eat food at the same time, watch games with the boys that you're gambling on, and you're playing a sport at the same time. With basketball, you're just playing basketball, and then you go get beers with the boys afterwards. And that's that. You could do so much more.
Yeah.
And a little cream on top is the ladies. You could pick them up a lot easier at a bowling alley.
What ladies? I don't think you want to pick up ladies at a bowling alley in a league.
Hey, I didn't say how they looked.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. We're not gonna. But
We won't push that.
I think Healthy Debate, you feel a little bit better about yourself in a basketball league than just bowling.
Also, there's not a lot of team camaraderie, I don't think, in bowling. Like, obviously from like playing with the Barstool guys, like I'm friends with all those guys, but we definitely got closer as friends from that. And I don't.
There
think
was
you can get that in
nothing
bowling.
better. Also, I said it. You guys, I don't think you guys went to a bar. That's one thing. I played in the summer. My fondest memories of a summer league were, again, working a little bit right out of college, having a little money in your pocket. And we right away, the one kid thought we were joking. Like we had already been playing for a couple of years, and we added him on. And we're like, "Oh, it's your week to bring the cooler." And he's like, "Oh, you like for real?" We're like, "Yeah, dude. Like after the games, we go in the parking lot. At least before you go home, everybody has one. Like you pack like a 12-pack or an 18-pack for 8 guys. Like it's not like it's but that's the thing. You should do a nice summer night, cold beer. It's hanging out, and then you break down the game. You talk about anything else, like how's the wife, how's this, how's that. That's the way to do it. Rotate who brings the cooler.
If you're geezed up like 50 plus, bowling's got to be the shit. That's awesome.
Oh, it's got to be.
Not a lot of physical exertion. You're chilling, slamming beers, chopping it up. I think once you're in your geriatric phase, bowling is probably fantastic.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an element though. I've always kind of felt like bowling people. You ever get that thing where it's like, oh, it's your turn, and you're kind of sitting there? It's that kind of up, down kind of fucking.
It's almost more
after a while,
tiring.
you're like, I don't want to fucking play anymore. Like, I think bowling's pretty boring. But he's right. If you're into it, you got a lot of other shit going on. Maybe you even go there, you don't even bowl.
Just hang out and
just bet, do this, whatever.
Birds,
yeah.
I guess.
But all right, give me the next. All right, let's go fourth quarter, technically, whatever. But just roll them through.
All right, we got Mike from Jersey. Mike, you're on.
Rico, how you doing?
Good. Oh, speaking of which, housekeeping, starting Tuesday. Oh, no, we still got the NFL.
Yeah.
We'll go to the Super Bowl fourth quarters. I was going to change the dynamic, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry, buddy.
I'm good. All good. That's really disappointed I couldn't make it to RyderCon last night, but I'm looking forward to DJs this summer. The day out with the boys and get to meet Peter Schrager.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. Healthy Debate, Rico. I was impressed with the debate clams, but it brought up a debate in my friend's group chat. Rank these seafood appetizers.
Okay.
Baked clam, fried galamad, shrimp cocktail, and fuck, I'm blanking.
Oysters?
Oysters?
Yeah, oysters. So seafood appetizers.
Okay.
You got 4 of them. You go ahead, rank them.
Baked clams 1. Fried galamont 2. Oysters 3. Shrimp cocktail 4. I actually, when I was a little kid, I first got introduced to shrimp cocktail. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. The older and older I get, those shrimp are like too cold. I think I lean towards hot shrimp way more than cold shrimp. There's something about it. Almost seems like it's a different texture. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when you get the big ones hanging over. Also, shrimp cocktail, not a lot. I'm one of those guys when they bring out an order of baked clams, it better be 12 to like 16. You know, like the places who go down and down in their size, I don't like that. Like you order rice balls and 2 come out. Like there's 4 of us here. What are we supposed to do now? Or another order. Shrimp cocktail, you get the 1 glass, 4 shrimp on the glass. They are big, but like I was always a little underwhelmed by it.
I was never big into shrimp cocktail, and then I went out to Indianapolis last year, and Jordan
Indianapolis
was like,
sold you on shrimp cocktail?
St. Elmo's.
Indianapolis.
St. Elmo's steakhouse there. I know, it sounds ridiculous. And Jordan was like, you had to have the shrimp cocktail. And I was like, in Indianapolis, like, I'm from Long Island. Like, I don't need seafood here. But I had it, and it was fantastic. It was more the sauce, though. I think it's very, very dependent on
I don't like that. What do they call that technically? Cocktail sauce?
You don't like it?
I don't love it. I don't love it.
I mean, then you're not going to like shrimp cocktail.
That's not true.
No, you'd like it, but like love it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you saying that you would put
I
that
think
on your
shrimp
list.
by itself is pretty good.
A big ass shrimp
Really
when,
good.
when it has that snap. When it's got that snap. Whew. Shrimp is elite.
Maybe it's because I don't love cocktail sauce. You're right.
Like, do you know, like shrimp on its own, like cold. I see what you're saying.
Shrimp palm, I lean towards is like really good.
Right,
Shrimp
like-
scampi is really good. Like,
If you like the cocktail sauce, shrimp cocktail cold.
I think
top
cocktail
tier.
sauce is a little overrated. Healthy debate.
Do you like horseradish?
Healthy
I don't.
debate.
So you're gonna hate a cocktail sauce.
Agreed. And oyster, I
love horseradish.
Oysters, here's
is
the
number
thing.
1 for me.
Oysters are really good, right? But the fact that you
Oysters
shuck
have
it,
to be
the
like
fact that you
the
shuck it, do you really even taste anything?
Yes, the cocktail sauce or the
I
vignette
don't
that
put
it goes
cocktail
with.
sauce
Or the
on
vignette that it goes
I put a
with.
little vignette and the lemon on there.
Yeah.
I think it's more about the dressing for the taste.
See, I don't love it. I'll eat
texture.
roast. I eat oysters raw. Like,
Do you like the texture?
nothing on them. Yeah, I like the textures, whatever. But you don't really taste anything. It's a shot. It's
What
like,
do you have a clam with?
What?
What do you have a clam with?
Baked clam.
So it's not good by its own.
Yeah.
A little white wine sauce. You're against it.
Have you had Oscar? What's the thing? Oyster, Rockefeller oyster.
Oysters
No, but see, that's different. I can make clams in just lemon and butter like I did on the grill. That's one of my favorite things in the world in the summer. Without the baked clams, just put them in a pot and eat the fucking actual clam.
But you can't have it alone.
Is that a steamer if you're just having
To
it?
a degree, yeah, technically.
I think mussels.
Mussels are mussels in a white wine sauce are
Yes.
fucking unreal.
There's this place in my town where it's a Belgian place. Just get a fucking tinfoil box of just like paella or the white wine sauce and you just dip the bread in there.
Yeah. Healthy debate: should seafood be served with just the actual shit in there and get rid of the shells? Like when you order linguine and clams.
We've had this before.
Part of the process.
No, it's part of the presentation.
I think it seems
it's
cheaper
part of the
when there's
presentation, but
nothing
half
in
my
there.
meal is me fucking cracking it and like.
We said this about the
All right, what
seafood
about this then?
pasta.
A lobster. Does a lobster need to be in the whole fucking thing, or should you just get the meat on a plate?
I think it's got to be in the
It's
show.
got to be in the lobster, and they got to have it.
You
already
gotta
cracked
sit there.
They got to. If it's a nice place, they'll crack it already for you, so it's easy for you.
There would be
Put
no
the whole
appeal
thing
to
on a
a plate
fucking
of
plate
lobster
on me.
meat.
Bosco, the only right answer to this, honestly, is if you know the place and you go there for the past 20 years and you
Yeah.
know it's good seafood. You wouldn't. If you go up to a random new place and they don't give you shells, you walk out that joint right there.
That's why crab legs are fucking like overrated to a degree because I feel like I'm working. I'll eat crab legs by the pound, but you sit there and you act like you work. I don't want to work when I'm eating dinner.
Talk about white trash. If they don't come in a shell, that's white trash.
No, they'll be in a shell, but I'm saying just put it on a fucking plate. Let me eat. Give me the next one. It's a good call.
That was a great call.
Really good call.
Call of the day.
No, I think Cheeze Wiz guy was fucking best somehow.
I love that.
If you're just annoyingly, yeah.
Can I give you guys a perspective on my end? When they just call right away and like it's just like I'm like, what's your name? Where you're from? He's like, hey, wait, what'd you say? I'm like, oh, this is gonna be all the time.
Put them right through.
All right, here we go. Alex, LA.
Hey, what's going on, Rico?
What's up?
Listen, man, I'm a Chargers fan since '08. I'm 23 years old right now. I will never jump ship, but that coaching job from Staley, I was damn near close.
Yeah. It's
Now,
been
should
I
I
say
be
it all
all
the
in on
time. You
Harbaugh?
and the Falcons should play a bowl game every year of like who can, and you know who's inching up that way is the Saints, but like who can blow it the most. I don't know how you guys root for your teams. I give you a lot of credit. I think I've texted Ken Jack like, man, it's exhausting being a fucking Chargers fan. And that's been like forever. You guys had LT, you had Breeze for a little while, you had Rivers. You couldn't ever get it done. I feel bad for you. I really do. Having no like ill will to the Chargers. I know you lost a bunch of big playoff games to the Jets, the Pats. You know, he's bad. So I see it, man. I see it. But go ahead.
All right. So this is my question. Should I be all in on Harbaugh, or should I, now that Vrabel's open, I mean, fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it's more important for you to be all in on Herbert. Like, let's make sure Herbert's the guy.
Oh,
let's
Rico,
make sure Herbert doesn't blow a massive lead and screw himself up in a playoff game.
Rico, he's the guy. He's
Okay, but there's been a lot of guys. There's been a lot of guys who are the guy and have nothing to show for it in terms of wins and Super Bowls and even making a Super Bowl. So just be wary of that. Like
he's top 3.
Yeah, like right now, Josh Allen is in the midst of being the guy with nothing to show for it. It's a dangerous category. Dan Marino, the guy, nothing to show for it. Just be careful. That's all. Rivers. A lot of guys who are the guy, nothing to show for it. So just be wary of that.
I just thank God that I'm a Lakers and a Dodgers fan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Fuck you.
I thank God. Yeah. I'm going to go to sleep and thank the God and Lord that I am a Yankee fan with 27 rings. Fuck was that audio? Give me the next one. I'm not a goddamn.
Thank God every single day.
We should play that, man.
Yeah, halftime tomorrow?
It's an all-time fucking clip.
Halftime tomorrow?
Just an all-time clip. Who was working the camera?
I don't know.
That person should be interviewed for a
Hubs.
documentary.
Hubs.
Oh, I should start that. We're gonna start rumors.
Is she still here?
We start rumor Thursday.
Should we start one?
Come on, Chetsky.
One rumor for the
Ask
Reddit?
that fucking privately. It's such a good week. You're suspended.
Let's join the club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we all suspended.
Yeah, exactly.
How about speaking of suspended? No, we're not gonna talk about that. But speaking of suspended, someone showed up last night. But somebody, have you guys ever been to a crawfish boil?
Yes, I have in Willie Cologne's backyard. It was fucking sick.
Have you ever had crawfish?
Minimally.
Someone said crawfish boil.
Yeah. You had it in whose? Willie Cologne's?
So Willie Cologne does this thing, and I couldn't go this year, but every maybe you shouldn't blast it out what he does, but he has a party often, and he has a bunch of people in his backyard. It's like a He-Man Woman Haters Club. It's only the guys, and he has a big picnic table, and he just takes crawfish, potatoes, shrimp, everything. He just dumps.
I've had that meal in a pot, that reddish
it's
brown,
like a low country
light
boil.
sauce,
Cajun,
Creole.
like,
I've had it.
Need that.
He has
I've
some
had
fucking guy from South Carolina who speaks Creole come and do it.
I've had it.
Like
It's
I
pretty
need
good.
that. Like there's a guy on TikTok and he's like, and he has that fucking like Louisiana mincy.
Yeah.
But you like you don't even know what he's saying even more.
Right.
Like I need mincy making my crawfish.
And everyone just eats with their
I know.
hands.
Yep.
Off the fucking.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep. How many you got?
We got 2.
All right, give me 2.
All right, we're gonna do 1, and then we got a special guest.
Oh no, really?
Not that special.
Oh, all right.
Andy Li. I know who you're thinking of, not him.
Nah, not really.
Bosco, first
What's up?
time, long time.
Appreciate it.
Hey, got a question. So, hypothetically, I know a guy who was a fan of a team for 30 years, NFL team, and then he switches teams to an in-division rival. Bad guy, right?
Yeah.
How can you trust the guy that flip-flops like that? You can't trust the guy like that.
Yeah. Okay. Which way are you going with this?
No, I'm being honest. I mean,
Are you trying to put this on me in terms of my like cowboy love for this year? Because that's gambling.
College and gambling is different. I mean, I could bet on a team that I dislike because I'm going to win money.
Money's green. What color are you? Jesus. Black. What color am I? White. What color is this? Green. The only decision, money is green. Go ahead.
So, like, guy was a Jets fan for 30 years. Granted, the Jets suck, but you can't go and be a Bills fan after that.
Who's trying to be a Bills fan?
My buddy flip-flopped on him.
Nah, you can't. He's got to do it privately. He's got to, like, keep up the appearances.
And he can't be And he can't be yanking off Josh Allen now because
No.
he quit on us when we had Zach Wilson. Now
Unless,
we have
like, yeah.
fucking Rodgers, and he can't come back now. He's dead.
Maybe first day after the Super Bowl, maybe, or one of the days, we hold a court. We'll do the whole judge thing, and we do reasons you can leave fandom.
Yeah, like healthy debate. What is an acceptable exit punishment?
Like if you worked for the
change?
if you worked for the team and they fire you, is that a way to do that? Like you're way out. Is one final loss? If you're the only one in your family, and you get to go back and join your family. You've been the rotten egg rooting for the Mets. Can you go back and root for the Yankees and do that? Like, what are the acceptable ways to just that's it? You're done on the team. Because I think there's a lot that people don't talk about.
Quarterback bangs your
just
girlfriend?
straight up age. Like, I think people just age out of fandom.
Yeah.
They just don't care anymore. And they decide, all right, I'm going to start rooting for that. My grandfather's got a pass. It bothers my dad all the time. So the Yankees and Dodgers were obviously rivals to a degree. Giants and Dodgers were more rivals. But he roots for the Yankees now. He grew up a Dodgers fan. But the Dodgers leave.
Yeah.
Is my grandfather okay? Like the St. Louis people.
Good guy.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
If
the
they leave
team
your area,
leaving
you can leave them.
Agreed. Now it's like should the Nets people be like, oh well, fuck them, they left Jersey? I disagree. I think you should still kind of
debatable.
Still have to root for Brooklyn, but it is what it is. So that's a good one. We'll hold court one day and see why. What are acceptable ways to not root for a team?
All right, and I'll bring my scumbag buddy so you could hold him on trial.
Okay, fine, awesome. Give me the last one.
You're on. Gary from Queens.
Gary.
Does he know he's on?
Gary.
You got me?
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry I missed last night, but I had some oblos to take care of. You'll understand, right?
Yeah.
I was actually, I was less disgusted by the 50 clams, more so with the few that you did without the fork. They literally make small seafood forks to eat.
Yeah.
Shelled seafood with. But
We all have our
ways.
It's
It's either here nor there. Healthy debate. I'd like to just wonder, at what point you'll acknowledge the Johnnies are here. I think Dudes did it over the
Gary,
weekend.
I don't know if
that.
you've been paying attention. I'm very tight with the Mullen family. I own a St. John's jersey. Like, I've been tooting the St. John's horn louder than anybody this offseason. Where have you been?
You're going to play this spin zone, huh?
I tried, Gary. I tried. I respect you enough. Listen, I think, again, like, we've been down this path, and I respect your, like, resiliency. I think St. John's can be very good. I think Rick Pitino was the best offseason hire other than Danny Sprinkle and Brian Hodgson in the offseason. So they got the third best guy on the market. Okay? We can all agree on that.
Third?
Yeah. Danny Sprinkle and Brian Hodgson, 1 and 1A, interchangeable. Both 1. So they were tied for 1, and you got the third best guy in Rick Pitino. That's just non-deniable.
Trolling aside, you got.
Well, one of them got a team ranked. Danny Sprinkle got his team ranked. So
it's actually fair, Gary.
We'll be there next week.
Another guy beat Louisville, who's a top 15 program, top 10 program, like historically. Brian Hodgson did that. So you got the third best guy. That's besides the point.
Trolling aside, though, you got to agree what he's doing.
I do think Rick Pitino can bring St. John's to national championship level. My point is, again, we've done it a million times. You guys had a 6-year window where he better win it, and we don't know if you can sustain program success for a long period of time after him. Like, do you get that? That's a fair way of saying that. And that's somebody from the league, from the city, who's been in the locker room, knows that St. John's Arena, Carnesec Arena is garbage, knows that New York City kids want to leave the area. Like, it's all factual stuff. I'm not talking out of my ass. I do think St. John's can win a championship. I just think you have a 6-year window where you better, because I don't know who the next guy is going to be. Now,
I wouldn't call Carnesec Arena garbage. They're going to host the national champions there next year.
Well, it's a conference, and he's doing some fugazi shit where he knows he can't go to the Garden because UConn's gonna infiltrate the Garden.
Whoa! It's Louis Carnesecca's birthday. The man can't even walk.
Well, hey, listen, you know what? You're right. I gotta back off of that. We celebrate Louis Carnesecca. I went to Louis Carnesecca camp. He never showed up every year. He said he was stuck in traffic. But Louis Carnesecca is a legend, and also we respect Louis Carnesecca for still being alive, even though John Calipari tried to say he had cancer in '86, so a recruit wouldn't go there. So we celebrate Louis and his bad sweaters at 100 years old.
Yeah, I agree. Good.
Okay?
Rico, last one for you. Healthy debate. Better kids' toy. In today's world, does the Nerf gun still hold up as the best kids' toy?
I never liked Nerf guns
for Christmas, and they just want to play with Nerf guns.
I always thought Nerf guns, though, were annoying. You lose the fucking things. You got to go running after them. I think Nerf guns, healthy debate, overrated.
Laser tag.
Nerf football.
Okay.
You know what is not getting enough? We got to bring back the original Super Soaker. The Super Soaker 100 or 500. Super Soaker 500. The green and the yellow. Pull up the image. The green and the yellow Super Soaker was gold.
Can I get you one? Did you guys have the fucking bonsai water slide? There's a blow-up water slide that you put in your white trash backyard, and they had, for some reason, it was like $500. Warranty forever. So my dad, me and my friends would get it, we'd break it, and he'd just be like, we need a new one. And my dad did this for 10 years. He goes, it was the best single-hand investment I've ever made in my life.
Do they still sell them?
I don't know, but I would get one tomorrow if they did.
Okay.
I literally, like, it was like a warranty thing where it was like, they can't possibly be making money on
sell
this.
that. That's the GOAT.
Yeah.
That is the GOAT. What
about the slip and slide? Slip and slide's a good one.
Slip and slide's a good one. Slip and slide kickball is we should just, like, do that.
Did you guys ever have a game that you completely invented with your friends that you played in, like, the backyard?
We invented one before school called tackle basketball.
That sounds fun.
Shout out Anthony Longo, hockey player, used to bury kids.
We had one called elephant ball, and we took a little, like the bat you would get at bat days at like the Met game or something, and then one of the balls that are in the grocery store in the big like case, whatever, like the plastic case, and we would play it. And like when you hit the ball, it would get lost in the air forever. So it was a fun iteration of baseball.
I remember we used to play like cards at the park and like basketball for money, and one of our friends we'd always fuck with, and we'd make him go down like $500. But obviously we're 15 years old. He can't pay us back $500, so we'd go to like Target in the mall and be like, all right, if you do this, like we'll wipe off 20. So like we'd be like this like fat kid, we'd make him go in the ball pit, and we'd run away from him. We'd be like, guys, come get me. It's just so fucked up.
It needs to be a fucking
it just was hilarious.
documentary on your lifetime.
Gary, I have one question for you. How good of a team?
Hold on. Gary gets real quiet when I calmly lay out my
All right,
points.
I apologize. My kids are running around shooting with Nerf guns.
Gary, how good of a team is St. John's? Rank them in the country.
What's the ceiling this year? What realistically, take bias outside of it, where are you going to be?
Okay, so they guaranteed to make the tournament. They will make the tournament. They haven't won a tournament game since 2002, 1999, whatever it was. So they have to make it to at least the second game of the tournament. If you get past the first weekend, it's a very successful season. Anything beyond that's gravy. As Duke's pointed out earlier in the year, like Pitino's second year is better than Pitino's first year everywhere he's been. What he's doing right now with limited time in the portal, the number of guys he had to bring in, this is like, this is cake right now, because I thought next year would be the big year, and I still think it will be. So
how many top 100?
Everything this year to me is gravy.
How many top 100 recruits do you have for the class of 2024?
Right now, he only has 2. But I think he's going to kill the portal again. I mean, it's all about the portal.
Yeah, I know. The portal is.
Dude, Gary, can I interject for you for 1 sec? What Pitino's been able to do with these offensive talented players, like Ledlum, fucking the guy from Penn, who's went to Valley Stream, like what they're doing defensively now is so impressive, because when they played Dayton, they were dog shit on defense. But I'll even admit it, like they are hotter than Dayton right now. And I think Dayton's top 20, top 15 good.
But Big East play just started.
So
let's see them rattle. I agree.
I think they could win the Big East.
Okay.
Rico, they went to UConn and lost by like 4. They could have won the game.
I know. Listen, they're playing really good. I'm just that grind of Marquette, Connecticut, Providence, and Creighton 4 in a row. Like let's see it all play out.
Are you coming to the Garden tomorrow night against Providence?
I am. I don't know what hat I'm going to wear yet.
Potentially. What is that? A Wednesday?
Yeah.
You gotta talk to. You gotta
It's
talk
terrible.
to.
Wednesday 6:30.
You gotta talk to. You gotta talk to my boss, and it's not Dave. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
All
I'm with
right.
you on that one. That's part of the reason I wasn't there last night.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Gary just outside part of the reason I wasn't there. This is poor. He's so passionate about fucking St. John's basketball. He's calling this thing while he's getting shot with Nerf guns. His wife's in the other room making like chicken cutlets, being like, "You gonna fucking help?" He's like, "No, this guy doesn't respect St. John's."
Dude, I think I gotta let him on right away now. Just like now that I know, like he's getting shot with Nerf guns, he's waiting on hold.
Exactly. Well, just say, hey, Gary, how much time you got? Like, if you're home alone, you got a long time. You can wait.
Dude, him trying to explain to his wife, being like, "Yo, can I go to Rico's meetup in Long Beach?" It's
unbelievable.
like why?
It's unbelievable. You know what? In observation of the college football season ending, we're gonna have a little moment of silence. No 2-minute drill.
Oh, I had some good ones. All right.
You do?
No. We're rolling into tomorrow.
yeah,
It's one less thing for me to do tomorrow. So
Exactly. So there you go. So no 2-minute drill. We won the game on a blowout. Victory form. So here we'll do some days if we have. I think if we have a good show, Dukes, what are you looking at?
We're just doing some investigating. Nothing. We'll tell you.
All right, fine. We'll just do a victory formation. So that's healthy debate. Call in tomorrow. Everybody loves. What was that? You like the victory formation?
I liked it.
We're taking a knee. It was a good show. Call in tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Congrats to Dave, champion. We'll be on the PJ to Pegasus. That's a big one. It's a win today for everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Everybody loves healthy debate.
That was his actual.
No, his last name is